Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining another Live Life Better series. So happy to be back. I took, a few weeks off. I have been traveling and I started a new position and really excited to be back here with you on this Live Life Better series. You know, each time I have these series, if you will, I always prepare a topic. In fact, I prepared a topic for you today. But I woke up this morning and as I sat down at my desk, about to turn on the live, I got another insight that I need to navigate into a different direction. I've gotten pretty good at listening now. Well, I would say, there's always room for growth, right? But I've realized that when I do get that inkling, it's time for me to pause and it's time for me to really pay attention. So I completely changed today's topic and I hope that it resonates and reaches you today. I'm your girl, Erica, coach and meditation instructor, as well as a nurse. And in this space and this place is where you and I get to press the reset button on our life. A moment in which we get to return to presence. A moment in which we get to return to the true essence of who we are beyond what the world tells us that we are, beyond what our family dictates that we are, beyond what our own comprehension in this world believes who we are, but actually tap into the absolute, truest essence of our being. In these weekly sessions, you will receive a mindful topic, and that mindful topic is then led into meditation. And we wrap up with a recap on what was discussed. And hopefully it resonates, enters into the essence of your being, and awakens something beautiful within you. Today's topic is on, honey, child, when life shows up. When life shows up. There are 3 keys that I'll discuss today on this particular topic. The first is when pain pushes. The second is when the student is ready. Hey! And the third is don't get ready. 3 keys for today's topic. Let's get into number 1. The first is when pain pushes. I remember hearing this from Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith, and I am an avid student of his. I've taken multiple classes from him and intend to continue doing that because it truly adds to my own personal growth and development, as well as my own spiritual growth and development. And when pain pushes, it actually pushes you or pulls you into your own purpose, the destiny upon your life. Oftentimes we look at painful experiences and we hate them. We don't want to go through pain. We're human beings. While we are human, we also feel, and sometimes, in fact, most of the time, pain doesn't feel good to us. It's very hurtful. But even in that hurt, there's another level to it. Another level meaning, how are we perceiving what that pain is? How are we labeling what that pain is? So there's really a mindset shift and growth that needs to happen around when painful experiences happen to us. But the ultimate purpose, if you will, for pain is to lead us into our destined purpose. Now, what does that really mean? For each of us, we have a reason for our being. Yes, we were born into the family we were born into. Yes, we chose the path in life that we chose. Yet ultimately, there is a purpose for our existence. And our life's work is to align with what that purpose is. And oftentimes, if not all of the time, pain leads us into that direction when we are off track. It's designed to lead us back on track, that narrow path that's mentioned in the Bible. Now, you don't have to be a Bible toter to understand that concept. But all you have to do is have an open mind to receive this concept. There is a reason for the season in our life. And we are being called to align with what that reason is. Every lesson is here to teach us something. The good that we label as good, the bad that we label as bad, it's all designed to teach us something about who we are and who we are becoming. Sometimes the things that we're doing, we've outgrown. We don't feel like doing that anymore. We don't feel like hanging around those people anymore. We don't feel like thinking about that thought anymore. But there's this path over here, our purpose, that I can sense it and feel it, yet I may not know how to get to it. And if we lean into those rough patches that help us to create or add some grit to our being, then we step into this thing called grace. Being more compassionate to others that are going through something. Being more willing to be generous to those that are in need. Being willing to answer our own call, our soul's call, that there's something greater for us in this life. Which then leads me to key number 2, which is when the student is ready. I love this. Don't you? I absolutely love this because listen, honey, I can tell you so many stories on that right there. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. How many of you have heard that? Man, I tell you, I've heard it so many times over and over again that I realized, you know what, that's actually true. It makes me think that, yesterday I was being interviewed by an affiliate of the Small Business Administration that's going to be posted on their website. And in that interview, I was asked a question that led me to the response I'm going to give you today. Is that yes, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. And during the time in my life, I realized that everything was happening for me and not necessarily against me. Although I received that insight after the fact, in it, I didn't necessarily feel that way. But what I did realize is that there were people that entered my life right at the perfect time when I needed it, when I was at my lowest, when I needed support and guidance and instruction on how to live this thing called life better than I was living it. I remember walking into MAC Cosmetics. Actually, it was Nordstrom's. I walked into Nordstrom's. This was probably maybe about 17 years ago. I walked into Nordstrom's and I was really at one of my lowest points. It was after my divorce and custody battle, and I just wanted to return to what joy was. I didn't know who I was anymore. I was trying to find myself again, or really find the truest essence of who I was, and let go of all this stuff that I was holding on to. So I walk into Nordstrom's and I walk over to the mat counter. And what pulled me toward the mat counter was a saleswoman. And I thought she was absolutely beautiful. Her skin was glowing, this beautiful bronze glowing skin. And she had this natural look about her. She had buzzed off her hair, and all you saw was this beautiful face, this stunning face. And so I walked over to her and I said, you know, I love the makeup that you're wearing. It's natural, and I'm looking for something natural. Can you show me what you're using, or a shade that complements my skin tone? And she said to me, I'm actually not wearing any foundation. I was like, what? I said, your skin is perfect, like absolutely flawless. And she said, but what I am wearing is bronzer. And so I ended up buying the bronzer, and I ended up talking to her, or actually she, I felt, was there to give me a lesson. And what I received from her was the start of something beautiful. And that is, she invited me to meditation. I remember hearing about meditation, but I didn't quite know what that was. And I was a little timid about it because, hey, I'm a girl that grew up in the church and I didn't know anything about this thing called meditation. I'm like, what is that? Is that something that I can do as a Christian? And does it work? I didn't know anyone around me that meditated. So she invited me to meditation, and I said yes. And my first meditation experience was with a woman named Sister Jenna from Maryland. In fact, that house on Georgia Avenue in Silver Spring, it was a brick house, small brick house. And I remember walking in and going into the basement, and there were a group of people garbed in white, dressed in white, meditating. That was my first experience. And that experience led me on this path toward different forms of meditation. I eventually did TM meditation, transcendental meditation, for those that are not aware of what TM is. I also met a woman named Tara Brach, who was so humble yet powerful in her presence and in her words. I remember during one of those meditation sessions that would be held every Wednesday in Bethesda, Maryland, on this one particular occasion, because I'd been going for quite a while, I invited my son Carl to come with me. And at the end of class, I said, Carl, you know, I want to introduce you to Tara. So we waited in line to speak to her, and after speaking with her, we had this wonderful conversation. And shortly thereafter, she said, hey, she said, would you be interested in serving on the board of IMCW, which is the Insight Meditation Community of Washington? I said, absolutely. That led me on this deeper path of meditation, led me into a place in which I had to stand up and get real honest with the things I truly needed to let go, that I was still holding on to. See, here's the thing about this practice. I often equate meditation to an internal shower. It clears out a lot of that junk that we start to carry over and over and over and over and over again throughout the course of our life. Our mind has a filing system. And that filing system starts to add up, if it's not healthy, starts to add up until it overflows with sadness, depression, anger, frustration, and a lot of the feelings that don't support us. Meditation helps us to clean all of that junk out so that we can show up and truly be brilliant. Because let me tell you something, we actually are. We are brilliant, dynamic people. In the moment in which we get to touch even an ounce of our potential, even if you try to play small, because believe me, I have, the essence of your being will no longer allow you to stay there. Something wonderful happens when you clean out all of that internal junk. That path through IMCW led me to the Chopra Center. And I eventually deepened my meditation practice some more and became certified as a meditation instructor. And while over the past 17 years of following this path, I'm just getting started. I am just getting started. And I cannot wait to see the fruits of this practice moving forward in my life. My intention for each and every session is to help you in your everyday life to clean out that junk, to get realer than real with yourself, so you can tap your own potential, so you can shake up this world in a good way, so you can add value in a supreme way, so you can wake up each day with purpose, that when you are walking this earth, it is as though your feet are kissing the ground, that you are here, because you are here for a reason. Because you woke up this morning, there's divine purpose on your life. And this space and this place, honey, is where I will help to assist, like that little whisper in your ear that you got this. Which then leads me into key number 3, which is don't get ready, stay ready. Don't get ready, stay ready. Now, I say this to you because even while I am on this path of my own personal development and growth, as well as professional development and growth and spiritual development and growth, in May, I was at an event in which I was a speaker coach. And my coach, Lisa Nichols, said to me, I need you to get up there and speak. And I hadn't prepared anything. And I thought to myself, ooh, while I could do it off the cuff, I felt like that event deserved better than that. So that taught me a very valuable lesson. It taught me, Erica, you already know, don't get ready, stay ready. And while you could have off the cuff done it, I want you to always prepare. Prepare, because there's something happening on the other side of that preparation. There are people that are in need of what it is that you have to say through your mouth and your presence of being. So, as I say, don't get ready, stay ready, I'm also talking to myself. It's time for us to show up in a bigger way. It's time for us to no longer play small, because playing small keeps us in a box, and there is no box. If we honor who we are, it means that we are honoring our gifts and talents. It also means that we're discovering some things about ourselves that we didn't even know we had. Potential that is in us, uniquely in us, that we didn't even know we had. But when we use it, when we use it. And in that potential that we don't know we have, you might be asking, well, how do we use it if we don't know we have it? Here's what I mean by that. It's in the doing that you get to where you are called to be. Dr. Martin Luther King said that you may not know the whole staircase, but just take the first step. It's in taking that first step that it leads us to the next step. And that next step leads us to meeting someone. That next step leads us to an opportunity. That opportunity leads us to our destiny. That destiny leads us to helping something or someone. There is a reason for applying action in our life. If we sit back and be too comfortable, then we will stay comfortable. And anything great requires that you step out with fear. It requires that you not allow fear to dictate your movement by not moving. But when you feel fear, change your mindset around it and say, oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to ride this thing out. Yeah, fear is going to have to come with me until fear ain't on the ride anymore. Don't get ready, stay ready. Everything you do now is preparing you for your next best. Remember that. Everything you do now is preparing you for your next best. That right there, somebody write that in the comments. Somebody bring that home with them. Somebody post that on their wall. Someone wake up in the morning and read that and be reminded of that. And say to yourself, even in the mirror if you have to convince yourself that everything I do now is preparing me for my next best. And because of that, I need to be intentional about what I do. I need to be really clear about what I do. And I need to be really clear about who I'm with. Take nothing for granted. Take nothing for granted. And use your time wisely. These 3 keys will assist you in this thing called life. It will assist you when life shows up. When life shows up, you can use these 3 keys as an anchor for your launching pad. Let's get ready to lock in and seal in today's lesson. I ask that you get comfortable in your seat. Adjust your posture because that is really important. As you're breathing and also as you're meditating, you want to keep those energetic channels open. You also want to keep the diaphragm open. So your posture is really important. Your back does not have to be ramrod straight, but it should be straight enough that you are not slouching over. If you find that your shoulders are slouching over, and you are able to round them out without extreme pain, then I ask that you do that now. And soften those shoulders. Relax any tension that you're having in your shoulders. Even if it means that you have to place your hands there. The next area that I'd like for you to be mindful about is what your face is communicating to you. Oftentimes we carry a lot of stress in our face and we're not even aware of it. And it creates premature aging. It just does. So let's relax any tension that we might have in our jaw. If you notice that you're clenching down on your teeth, then create some space in between the upper and lower palate of your mouth. And then move your attention to the corners of your eyes, noticing if you're squinting or carrying a lot of tension right here in the eyes. I ask that you soften and release the tension. And then bring your attention to your eyebrows. Notice if you are frowning in any way, creating any tension in this part of the face. You want to relax and release. Relax and release. Remember that. And now pay attention to your arms and your feet. Are you holding your arms, crossing them over at your chest? Do you have your hands clamped in this way? As that you release them and release the arms and just relax them. Relax and release. And do the same for your feet as well. If you're crossing your legs or your feet, I ask that you uncross them. And just place them gently on the ground, your feet. And now be mindful of how you're breathing. Just notice with each inhalation and exhalation what your body is communicating to you. Are you noticing that you're carrying a lot of upper body breathing? That would indicate that there's some stress there. What I mean by that is, oftentimes when we are stressed, the way we breathe, actually all of the time when we're stressed, the way that we breathe changes. The body is designed to protect itself. It's so intelligent and amazing that it does that. So just pay attention. Are you doing a lot of upper chest breathing? Is it quick and shallow breaths that indicates that there's some stress and tension there? So what I ask is that you mindfully drop the air down low into your diaphragm, filling up your lungs, expanding your diaphragm, and even expanding the belly like a balloon, filling the air up like a balloon in your belly, and then exhaling, deflating that balloon and exhaling out. So we will inhale through our nose, drop the air down low, expand the belly, and then exhale, deflating the belly, and exhaling that air out of our mouth. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. On the exhale, I'd like for you to hear yourself breathe on the exhale. The sound itself is very soothing to the body. It also helps to reset the way that you feel. So let's begin together. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. On the exhale, you're deflating the air from your belly. Okay? On the inhale, you're filling up your belly with the air. So let's begin again, breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. On the exhale, the sound of your breath should sound almost like an ocean wave. Think of the sound of an ocean. That sound, for many, is very relaxing. So let's continue our breathing practice, breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathing in again through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's release the breath. Close your eyes and internally scan your body from head to toe. Just paying attention to what your internal body is communicating to you. Just notice any subtle shifts that are happening inside of you without trying to judge or control it in any way. We'll now go deeper into our meditation, keeping our eyes closed. I'll introduce the 4 soul questions designed to help you clarify who you are, what you want, what your purpose is, and what you're grateful for. The first soul question is, who am I? Who am I beyond the roles that I play of mother, father, sister, brother, friend, employee, business owner, girlfriend, boyfriend? Who am I beyond my race, beyond my culture, beyond my economic status? Who am I really? Allow whatever responses to come to you. The second soul question is, what do I really want? At the core of my being, there's something that I really want. Now's the moment for you to hone in and recognize what that is, to give space to it. Allow whatever responses to come to you, whether it be in the form of a sensation, an image, a feeling, or a thought. However it comes, just be open. What do I really want? The third soul question is, what is my purpose? In other words, what am I called to do? What is my unique fingerprint in this world? Allow whatever responses to come to you, whether it be in the form of an image, a feeling, a sensation, or a thought. However it comes, just be open to receive it. The final soul question is, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? Gratitude opens up the door of so much beauty in your life by first recognizing all of the things that you already have, and in recognizing those things, you open yourself to receive even more beauty in your life. At this moment, just internally, quietly, softly, effortlessly, list everything that you're grateful for. Please release all of the questions and answers and return to the inflow and outflow of your breathing, bringing all of your attention to your heart center, which is the area in the middle of your chest, and just mindfully following the breath as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Again, keeping your eyes closed. We'll now go even deeper into our meditation. I'll introduce today's mantra, which is so hum, so hum. Please repeat so on the inhalation and hum on the exhalation. Repeating so as you breathe in and hum as you breathe out. Continue repeating your meditation mantra softly, silently, and effortlessly. Almost as though it's a faint whisper in your mind without moving your mouth or your tongue. If you notice that your thoughts have drifted to conversations that are happening in your mind, or sounds in the environment, or perhaps even sensations in your body, then I ask that you bring all of your attention back right here, right now. Quietly, simply, effortlessly, easily repeating today's mantra. So on the inhalation and hum on the exhalation. Repeating so as you breathe in and hum as you breathe out. Please continue meditating. I will mind the time and let you know when the meditation is up. Please release today's mantra and return to the natural inflow and outflow of your breathing, allowing your body to just naturally breathe in and out. Allowing yourself to just rest. Resting in consciousness. Resting in awareness. Resting in bliss. Consciousness, awareness, bliss. In other words, Sat, Chit, Ananda. Just rest. I'll now introduce today's intention. When I repeat the intention, you can silently repeat it with me and allow the essence of this intention to flow through your entire body. Today's intention is reflective, alert, enlightened mind. Reflective, alert, enlightened mind. When you're ready, please place the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Just having a moment of reverence right here. A reverence for your breath. Being able to breathe without your command. A moment of reverence for showing up and doing this practice today. And a moment of reverence for just being here. When you're ready, Please bow in gratitude to today's practice that you participated in for yourself. And when you're ready, slowly lift your head, softly open your eyes, and then extend the blessing. Namaste. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for making this practice of living life better truly about living life better. Today's topic was centered on when life shows up, and the 3 keys that were discussed for today's topic are when pain pushes. The second is when the student is ready, and the third is don't get ready. Don't get ready. What? Stay ready. I can hear you saying it. What? Don't get ready? Stay ready. Yes. In this place, you can meet me here on Saturdays around 8:30 a.m. For the Saturdays that I will not be on, I will let you know that. And you can also follow me over at YouTube, where I have a catalog of meditations. So based on where you are, what you're feeling, and what you're in need of, you can just go through all of the meditations. There will be topics aligned with that particular mindful topic in meditation that you can select from. Please invite a friend, please invite a family member, maybe even a coworker or someone that you meet in the grocery store, hey, even that, to these sessions. I'm so grateful to have you here, and it's time to live better. I'll see you next time. Bye.